Let's rock and roll. Introduce myself. My name is Mark Earlix, and I will give everything I can to try to help you. And these are what I refer to as quickie healings, and what everyone else in the past has referred to as quickie healings. And they might last for 5 minutes. It might last for the rest of your life, and hopefully for the rest of your life. And so I don't know what's going to happen, how, why, what, when, where. It's all by God, and it's greater design than my design. And so I pretty much leave it to the old man or old woman upstairs, source, cosmic mind, whatever you want to call it, cosmic consciousness. It doesn't care what you call it, as long as you learn to trust it. And that's all that matters. And in any case, I work with what I refer to as light. Some people may feel things right away, and most people do change in their life, and others it's incremental, and others it's who knows what, 5 minutes later, or walking down the street 2 weeks or 2 months later and saying, oh my God, when did this leave me? Some people may even experience what they refer to as nothing happening, or but it doesn't mean that nothing is happening. It can be leading into something to finally understand what the situation is. Some people even will go to doctors and get an answer after 5 years or 50 years of not knowing what it was. So I don't know. I just don't know. And I pretty much leave it to what I refer to as God. Hey there, Jari. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right. And so I let it happen. I let my source take over and do things for me. And if I'm doing it, I'm going to get in the way. So why bother and only have it temporary or not at all? In any case, Donna, I want to call on you. First of all, any questions first from anyone, please, that I can try to answer, pertaining to spirituality, pertaining to healing, pertaining to me, my belief system, anything, please. There's only 9 of us here, I think. Please, anyone. Patty, any questions? All righty. Nini, Harry?
I'm okay, thank you.
All righty. Eileen, any questions at all?
No, I'm good, Mark.
All righty. Jari, any questions at all? All right, that's fine. Let me see here. Donna, let's rock and roll with you, please.
Well, for a change, we won't do the bladder tonight. I've been for a few years dealing with some channeling, and it's not all negative. Sometimes it's helpful information, but it goes on 24/7, like when you're in the bathroom, when you're in the shower, everywhere, when you're trying to sleep. If you could say a prayer for it.
All right. When you say channeling, what do you mean, hon?
I don't hear voices, but I hear like your thought voice, but it's not me doing it. It's the closest I can come to explaining what it's like, other than schizophrenia, is
I love it. I'm schizophrenic. So
I'm sorry.
We're all schizophrenic to some degree.
I know in the metaphysical world, they talk to people that aren't in their bodies all the time.
So, we're looking up and saying, okay, God, like God's up there. And
I would just like a little more control over it, or get it to like, if I could get it to do things at certain times, but it just goes on 24/7.
Yeah. It's almost like when there's something on our mind, and then, we're wondering about it, don't know the answer, or really contemplating something and we don't know the answer. Then all of a sudden, say the next day in the shower, we have an understanding about it. That's the kind of voice. That's the kind of voice you want to listen to.
Okay.
And try to notice that sense of where it's coming from. It's like all over. It's everywhere, and it's within us. And it has a true answer to it. That's what you're going for in your life. That's what you're going for with the truer intuition, which means inner teaching.
Okay.
That's what you are striving for in your life. Everything else is junk. And if you can have those moments like you have in the shower and be able to relate to it of a similar nature, say even during the day when you're wondering about something.
It's just hard to think at all with this going on. It goes on. It's like somebody talking to you nonstop.
I know. And a lot of it in what you called your thought voice is that's the thinking. It's the thinking. And even though we can isolate it as far as the thought voice, that's still the thinking. That's not having something come from within you, as with the intuition, like in the shower or doing the dishes or whatever.
Right. Right.
It's a whole different ballgame. And you can always tell it, all that junk. You can say, you can isolate that thought you just had and say, okay, I just saw that thought. So
I can't.
so,
it's hard.
oh, go ahead.
It's like being on,
it's like,
I'm sorry. It's like being on autopilot all the time. It's information is constantly coming in, and it's not me doing it.
listen to me give you your answer.
Okay.
All righty. So you're recognizing the thought. You can isolate it knowing that you just had a thought. Correct?
Like I said, it's hard for me to like consciously think because it's like information coming in.
What
all
I'm
the
saying
time
though,
that
Donna,
drowns out.
Donna.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
All right. You know when you have a thought, don't you?
What I'm saying is
Yes
that
or no?
I feel like I'm not thinking thoughts because something else is like communicating, and it doesn't stop.
There are thoughts, regardless whether it's communicating or not. It's still coming to you.
Right.
It's coming to you, even if it's from another source, the evil one or whatever. It's still coming to you.
Yes.
It's a thought. Or else you wouldn't be able to perceive of it through your hearing and seeing and knowing.
Okay.
And we know through our hearing and seeing. That's how
Right.
we know something.
Right.
So you have the capability with your free will that's given to you as a gift in your life, knownst or unbeknownst to you, to isolate that thought by recognizing you just had one. Even if it's an outside source, say from the psychic realm or God or whatever. You have the capability, once you become aware of that, okay, I just had this thought and it gave me a direction that might have been evil. You still have the capability. Hold on, please.
Oh, I'm just shifting
Okay,
on my.
you still have
I'm
the
shifting.
capability of isolating it and recognizing that you just had the thought of something. So, okay, I just had a thought of stabbing someone.
Oh,
Oh my
no,
God.
it's not like that.
Or whatever it should be like.
Okay.
Anything. It doesn't have to be stabbing someone. Excuse me for saying that. I'm just taking it to the extreme. Okay.
Okay.
What I'd like to recommend to you, is just screw all that stuff and do analytical meditation. Analytical meditation is stopping yourself from all extraneous thoughts. You have the capability of doing that by picturing, by wondering about something. You can wonder about something, and you can imagine, to image in action, to imagine that it's like a big bubble, like you're blowing bubbles, and there's one particular bubble. And if you're wondering about something, it's in that bubble. Wait for it to pop, and then you'll perceive an answer. That will give you a type of focus that will eliminate all that extraneous stuff that's coming into your mind, or from the mind, either way. Does that almost make sense?
I feel like I mustn't be explaining it because it's not, it's not under my control, and I do things kind of, I mean, I function,
Okay,
but
but it will be under your control once you begin to do what I'm suggesting.
I
It'll
can
be-
turn off my thoughts. I'm good at that, but
Oh,
I
okay,
feel like
fine.
I feel like I'm in that
Good.
state all the time.
All right, good.
Okay.
All right, so what are we talking about then? If you
I
can
just-
control it,
No, I'm not. Oh God, you know what? Never mind. You're not understanding.
you're right, and I apologize. But what I'm suggesting to you, if you are getting bombarded with all these other types of thoughts from or into your mind that get translated into pictures and understandings, or else you wouldn't be able to relate to them,
Mhm.
correct?
Yes.
Okay, so if you can gain a control over that, they happen less.
Okay.
If you can learn how to control it more by wondering about something. And when you wonder about something that you want to wonder about, when you can purposefully do that with your analytical side of you, everyone has it to varying degrees, but with your analytical side to you, if you can picture it, what you're wondering about as a bubble or several bubbles coming up, like you used to blow the bubbles out of that little stick with the hole in it, putting in soap water. And
It's
if
just
you-
something is coming, something not in my body is coming through, is communicating with me. And it's hard to get in any thoughts or to wonder or to imagine. I do my best. I've worked with flower essences. I used to take medication and it used to control it,
Sure.
but for the last 5 years, it doesn't.
And what I'm suggesting, and this will be my last comment on this, what I'm
Okay.
suggesting is if you can learn to control a little bit more by focusing and keep refocusing and refocusing and refocusing, no different than when you're wondering about something and then all of a sudden it will come to you like when you're in the shower, an aha moment, a revelation, an understanding. As you learn to control that, purposefully control it, and I understand that voice is rampant within you, but as you're giving it guidance by saying, hey, look, wait over there, I'm going to do this and I'll be right back. Otherwise, you're going to be resisting it, and it's going to have a way to come back all the time. With the resistance, oh, I don't like you, I don't want you, I don't control you, I don't do this. That's letting it control you. As you learn more control just by doing the simple meditative thing with the bubbles,
Okay. Okay.
then you find it happening less and less and further in between those times. Just suggestion,
Okay. Thank you.
take a look at this and go over again, what we were talking about and see if, if it applies. If not, fine.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So what would you like me to work with, hon? Please.
Like I said, I would like to be able to get a break from it going on 24/7 if I could. I've worked with medication. I've worked with flower essences. I do meditate.
That's great. Good. Okay.
Just say a prayer in general, I guess.
Well, I won't say one in general because what's it going to do?
I-
What's the purpose of that? It's like, oh, give me energy. And so I'll say, okay, I'll give you energy. And so they start going like this, shake, it does nothing. What's the energy for? So that's what we're doing. I'm going to ask a blessing on you to give you assistance in you doing this. Does that make sense?
Okay.
All right. That doesn't make sense, though. You're just
I
agreeing.
feel like we're not communicating well on this subject, but like I said, I've been trying different things because I'm trying to
Okay.
be able to get more control over it.
Okay. Let me just ask a blessing on you then.
Thank you.
Okay, my dear.
Thank you.
All righty. And also a reminder to everyone, some people may experience the actual touch of my hands and others will feel movement throughout them or subtleties or dramatics. I don't know. Some people will feel nothing. It doesn't mean that nothing is happening. So please understand. And something is happening. So let's see what this does with everyone here, or if there's a specific situation in their body. All right, awesome. Now, Thea, you wrote to me and asked a blessing. I wanted to ask you, with the Healing Circle last week, you had talked to me, and I wrote this down right before tonight when you came to mind. And I wanted to ask you if you were religiously doing what we talked about, because otherwise it's for naught. So as far as, what we suggested last week pertaining to, I think it was the wheat. And that does take a couple weeks for the body to regenerate when you're not doing that particular food substance for you in your body. And it takes time for the regeneration to repair. And I wanted to ask you if you were doing that religiously and what we were talking about. And what I did last week, if I remember correctly, I asked God to quicken it. And so that's why you're probably feeling effect from what's happening and less effect of the destructive, even though you might still be feeling some of the destructive, it'll be less. And as long as there's not the analytics or the procrastination in doing it, and if you trust, you'll see that it actually happens. Otherwise it'll wash it away if there's the analytics, trying to analyze it all the time or procrastinate in doing that. So that's my answer, Thea. And let me see if I can get, here's the chats. Yes, milk eliminated as recommended, not wheat. Okay. Yes, I believe we talked about wheat extensively. Either to you or someone else, but you asked me questions about it, I think, and I answered them. I have almost nothing left that I can eat. Okay. I am avoiding anything that creates stomach acid. Okay, I understand. All right. So let me work with this again. But the elimination of the milk, you now has that. You had mentioned in your email to me or text that you were feeling less discomfort now, even though some, and I won't describe the discomfort. So let me ask a blessing on you too, and healing. Okay. And please do keep me updated, Thea. All righty, let's see here. Eileen, anything in your body that's bugging you? And please understand, everyone, I know nothing medically, nothing, and
Right.
or nutritionally. I'm just not there. Almond M&Ms and whatever Snickers are good for me. So, all righty, Eileen, please
I actually have two things.
name
Okay.
one, please.
Okay, one,
The one you want me to work with, please.
okay. I have an impinged nerve in my abdomen, and they want to do injections.
They
I
want to
don't-
do what?
Injections.
And what's that going to do?
They're steroid injections to calm the nerve down.
Okay. And is it mostly on your, let me see here, your left center,
Left lower. Yeah.
but center, towards the center?
I'm not sure. It's in
Okay.
between.
Okay. And tell me if you experienced anything with this. All right, please do me a favor. And can you tell me, is there any position you can take or any stretching or doing whatever to tell me if you notice any change in there? Is it the same, worse, or better?
No, I mean, there's nothing I could do to
Okay.
test
And
it.
so I'm curious, when do you notice it or what does it do?
It's kind of a sharp pain. I will tell you, and I don't know everybody on here.
Either do I.
Here we go. Okay, so 2, 3, 4 years ago, I had a colonoscopy.
Okay.
Woke up during it, and the pain was excruciating, and the doctor
Okay.
didn't stop, and he impinged a nerve.
Okay.
And I've had the pain. It comes and goes. It's not constant, but it's every day. So
Okay.
they did all the tests and everything looks normal. And they said this is a common thing that can happen during
Sure.
that procedure.
All right. Okay. So real quickly, I want to work with it one more time. Okay.
Okay.
Now I just felt a sensation happen in your body. It was real subtle. And what was that like for you?
It was a warm feeling, like a little flickering. That's what I felt.
Okay. And that's what I saw as almost like the nerve taking its place
Like
or
a-
a muscle taking its place or something taking its place and elongating. And that enabled the life force to flow through more freely. So that was the warmth that you sensed.
Yeah, it was almost like a release.
Let's see what happens.
Okay, thank you.
All right, hon?
Thank you
All
very
right. My pleasure. My pleasure. And let me see here. Harry, my friend, talk to me. Turn on your mic. There you are.
You hear me?
Can't hear you. There you go.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad. Well, first
Turn
off,
your volume up, Harry. Turn your volume up.
I don't know how to do that. I'll talk louder.
Okay, that'd be fine.
Okay. I want to thank you for the prayers you offered for my eyes, the left eye. I did go get the laser procedure and things are settling down quite nicely. But I know it started from your work and I thank you for that.
My pleasure.
Today I'm still dealing with a slight ulcer on my bottom right heel, and I'd like you to work with that.
Okay. I'd be more than happy to. All righty. I'm dyslexic, so when I see people, I have to think, which side am I working with here? So, all right. Now, have you been using a walker or a cane?
I use a rolling walker.
Okay. The positioning of the feet when you're doing that, that it's almost like it almost helped to create that.
Oh,
So as you can learn to rebalance yourself without that, it might help, but gently learning how to do that.
okay. I'll work on that.
All righty. And so let's see if what we just did doesn't help as well
Okay, appreciate it.
with the ulcer part. Okay.
Right,
All right, Harry. Blessings.
thank you.
All righty. Patty, my dear friend.
Hey, Mark.
Hi.
Hi. I want to tell you my mother-in-law had the best day she's had since she's been in and out of the hospital. So thank you so much.
Awesome.
She's resuming to her normal activities and she's so thrilled.
That's incredible.
So thank you.
All righty.
I would like for you, Mark, to do a blessing on my girlfriend, Mary Ann. In March, she had to put her cat down. And last evening, her grand dog had to be put down and she's just fallen apart. And a blessing on her would be much appreciated.
And what is her name again?
Mary Ann.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry that anyone has to go through that. All right. What about you, my friend?
I would like a blessing also.
Okay.
That would be great.
Anything in particular or just?
Just a blessing. Thank you.
You're also, what's happening is going through uh, like a renewal inside that you're, how do I say this? It's leaving the old and becoming stronger in what you know. If that almost makes sense.
It does.
And you're needing less. But we sometimes see it as, oh, I'm getting mad or I'm getting whatever, but we're really needing less. And you have availability to more though. Even though you need less, you have availability to more. And so, and that's a part of your life naturally that will come with your desire, the deep desire, as you find a true need, not the daily needs. I don't know if that makes sense, hon.
Yes, I believe it does, Mark. Thank you.
All righty. All righty. Nini, talk to me.
Hi, Mark. Thank you. That lemon water really helped on my sore throat.
Oh, good.
It really, but now it's still left with the little cough on and off. It's still here, the lingering cough. So I would just like to really help on that one to get rid of this cough and blessing on for Thanksgiving, whatever's coming, it's coming to me right now.
All righty.
Thank you.
The cough will dissipate, but we'll see if we can quicken it up a whole lot.
Thank you.
Okay, my friend.
Thank you very much.
All righty. And we did Eileen. Hey, yeah. All righty. Turn on your mic.
Hi.
Hi, do you notice any difference in the way you feel, or is it about the same, or can you tell?
A little difference already. I'm sitting here and sometimes that will aggravate it. And no, I still feel a little heat.
Good. Enjoy it.
Thank
Enjoy it and try to maintain in your memory the heat.
Okay.
All righty.
So,
Thank you. And thank you.
you.
And Harry, please.
Yes.
How do you notice any difference in your heel?
Well, I won't really know until I take my socks off and see how we're doing, but I did feel some warmth when
Okay.
we were praying, so I'm sure things are happening.
All right. Something's happening. Who knows what?
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Right.
All righty. Great. And everyone, please don't forget the workshop this coming Tuesday. And you know, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. If you can attend, that'd be awesome. And if you need a break as far as the financial part of it, talk to Lynn. She knows what to do. Her email address is admin@markearlix.com. So, and let's see here. Also, I have appointments. If anyone's interested, in person here or Zoom or FaceTime or telephone, whatever anyone's interested in. And how you doing, Nini? Okay?
I'm okay. Thank you very much.
All right, good. And keep me updated on your family, please. All
Yes,
righty.
will do.
All right, awesome. And Jari wrote, thank you. It's been a true honor to be part of the circle. I'm sorry to leave early, but have school class. Much gratitude and blessings. All righty. And if anyone feels from the heart they want to give a gifting on the website, please feel free. Any other questions I can try to answer? Please, anything from anyone? Lynn, is there anything you'd like me to work with first before Eileen?
Hey everyone. No, I'm good.
All righty. All right,
Thank you.
sounds fine. My pleasure. Eileen,
Yes. This simple question.
please
How do I become you?
take my classes. I teach from my experience. And, you know, no matter what it is, regarding the, like this class coming up is the intuition. It goes into the depth of it. And with the healing. And what I was going to talk to Lynn about this, what I'd like to do is offer, after, say next month, I want to offer an anxiety, worry, and fear workshop. It's really profound, and I'll teach you techniques to work with people. You know, just like all the classes, I'll teach you techniques to work with people and for your understanding and realization.
That's amazing. That would be perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But the class coming up is intuition and getting into my world of it and seeing what I do and how I do it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. My pleasure. My pleasure. Please, any other classes or classes, any other questions I can try to answer? Please. All righty. Well, let's boogie. So it's been an honor and thank you so much. And next week we'll have again the Healing Circle. And I'll try not to offend anyone. And the next one, sometimes I come off a little rough, but I don't mean it in a mean way. And so they may be saying one thing, and someone may say something in what they feel is a question or a query into something, but you know, I'll answer it, but it may not meet what they're expecting as an answer or the direction that they think it might go in. So, in any case, blessings. Thank you so much, and thank you, Nini. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Bye.